What is going on, guys? Patrick here. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through the items that I purchased yesterday while thrifting. It wasn't like the best day ever, but I found some good stuff. So let's get into it. First stop of the day was a Goodwill. And honestly, I don't usually go to that Goodwill early in the morning. So it was really interesting to see. I probably could have spent a lot of time in there, but I started to get some FOMO. My usual stop is a Savers that's just down the road from there, and I really wanted to be there when it opened. Like, that's where I've been finding most of my good stuff lately. So I just got worried that I need to get out of this Goodwill. What it really means to me is that I just need to get to this Goodwill a little bit earlier, like maybe right when they open, and then I can spend just a little bit, like 10, 20 minutes more in there without having to worry about getting to the Savers on time. So I found a pretty big section of Stephen King hardcover books, and I don't think I was going to buy this one, but I had just recently sold it by itself for like $10, and Goodwill only was asking $1 for it. So like I was like, dollar into 10, that's pretty easy. And then I found this 3-pack of Stephen King Dark Tower books. Right, this is number 4, this is number 3, and this is number 1. And I know that like it's on my list of things to look for, and I hadn't really ever bought the paperback versions of them. I really am looking more for the hardcovers, but I was like, let's do it. Let's pick these up. It looks like the first one actually is kind of on the lower end of value, maybe like $6, but the other two probably like $10 each. And again, I paid $1 for those also, so I paid $4 for all of these, and I think I'm going to turn it into about $36. So not too bad. I think I'm going to end up listing these individually. And here's why. Like, it's hard to kind of see. You can kind of see when I get the light on there. This spine is not cracked, and it's actually like in really good condition. So it's the kind of one where people might be looking for just that one to complete their collection. So I'm like, I think I'm just going to go with the list them individually and be able to increase my listings, right? You guys, if you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm all about listing more items, more items, more items. And I think that's part of the algorithm that works well for me on eBay. So that was it going into that Goodwill. And we next did head over, my wife was with me, we did head over to Savers. And I'm going to probably go out of order on this just because of how I got this stuff stacked over here. But as I was looking at the books, I saw Desperation in hardcover. There had a few others, but Savers wants $3.99 each, and that is on the high side. So I don't tend to buy them unless I know that the books are going to be making me some good money. And I was like, I remember last summer I found I found a lot of these and bought them for like $1 each. And I thought in my mind that I had sold the one from the Goodwill and this one for $20. And I think my memory was a little bit bad that it was actually $20 with free shipping. But in the store, I was like, oh, if I buy this one, I can get $20 for both of them instead of just $10 for one. I was like, you know what, $5 into $20 seemed like a pretty good deal to me. So I added this one to my cart. Like I said, I'm probably going to get more like $20 with free shipping. So it's going to be $5 into like $15 to $16. I probably wouldn't have bought it based on that, but what are you going to do? It's okay. One of the new categories that I've been doing is bakeware. Like, I've been really trying to study this. So this is like a stoneware, and you can see right on the back it's a Pampered Chef. I had never bought one of these. I've just started my research on them, and I'm going to start buying some to see how well I can do. You know, I love Nordic ware. But I think people are starting to figure out that Nordic ware has value, and so I'm finding less and less and less of it. And I think I live by this kind of rule, which is you've got to keep changing, keep learning, or you're going to become irrelevant. Or you're just going to be frustrated because I'm not finding anything. But these stores are filled with things. So you've got to be able to adjust your strategy and start to find new items that you didn't think about previously. Right? So the hard goods section, the kitchen section, those are filled with items. I'm just like, there's got to be some niches in here that I'm missing. Some of the low-hanging fruit's going to be like Pyrex, right? People know that Pyrex is worth money, so that's going to be maybe hard to find. You may still find some. And then I'm just starting to look at like what other brands can I get into. I had an idea this week that I wanted to do a video on how to research a new category, so maybe look for that next week. Maybe I'll be able to get that posted. I think I paid, let's double check. I paid $4 for this, and I think it's worth $25. I've never sold anything like this before, so I don't know what I'm actually going to get. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted when it sells. I'm sure that it will sell eventually. All right, so my favorite section, the electronics section. I saw this weird cube-looking thing, and I could see like a lens inside. Let's see if I can pop it open. You can see the lens there. It is like a slide projector. I've never seen one like this before. I did not realize in the store, you can see that there's like a panel missing here and there's one missing on the other side. I didn't notice that. I probably would not have bought this if I had seen that up front. I think I ended up paying like $6 for it. I did. I paid $7 for it, and in the condition it's in, I think it's going to be maybe like $20 to $40, something like that. If it had those side panels and it's working, which I haven't tested it yet, I think probably like 50 plus, maybe like $50 to $80, somewhere in that range. So it's definitely something you want to be looking for, and you could do really well on them if you like selling this type of thing. It's not the biggest item, right? So maybe like 8 by 8 cube, something like that. So you can get it into maybe like a 10 by 10 box, maybe like a 12 by 12 box, something like that. Definitely some money to be made there. Maybe just not on this one. We'll see. All right, back in the electronics section, I did pick up a VCR this week. Little Magnavox. It's not one of the best VCRs, right? The Sonys tend to do a little bit better. The Panasonics with the blue stripe across the VHS tape door, those are awesome, but not a bad one. It's worth about $40, right? So it's a little on the lower end. I would even pick some of these up if they're worth like $30, $35. So $40 is right in my zone. And again, this one was like $5.99, I think. So like pretty good. $6 into $40. I've been selling them pretty regularly, I think. I mean, you guys saw my video on Thursday, I think, and that one I had sold a VCR for like $40. So like they may take a little while to sell sometimes based on the specific models, but this one is stereo, which I've talked about. You definitely want to be getting the stereos over the monos. The monos will definitely sell, maybe just take a little longer. But this one's stereo. It's probably, if it works, it's worth $40. If it's not, it's going in the garbage can. So that was it from there. Didn't end up spending a ton of money at Savers this week, only $16. I think I mentioned last week, I did discover that they are still offering the 20% off for military. So like that has saved me some money already and really helps me out. Like I don't have to worry about making sure I'm donating every week to get coupons for there. All right. So then the last stop of the day was one of the other Goodwills that we tend to go to. And it was funny, I did definitely see some of the stuff that I had seen the week before. One of the things, which I did end up buying this. You guys probably know what it is just based on the case. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. There we go. There's the slide projector. And I had seen this the week before, and they were asking $50, which you can still see the stickers on the back that say $50. But the difference this week was green stickered items were 50% off. So all of a sudden, $25. And yeah, I think it's worth $100. I mean, these things, I've had a few that have not worked, but for the most part, they work, and they work really well the first time. Most of the time, I found shorts where if I hit the advanced button, it goes multiple slides, or it just won't power on at all. And surprisingly, very few of them have had bulbs that were burned out. I haven't ever had to buy a new bulb and put it in. So like these things are hardy, and yeah, they definitely are in demand for some reason. Again, I have no idea why somebody wants this, and it's not my job to know that. My job is to know it's worth money and to try and make some money off of it. So $25 into $100, that is a hefty upfront investment, but I was excited to get it, and it has all the cords you need. It's got the remote control. It had the lens. It literally had everything. The question right now is, and definitely put a comment down below of what you think. Should I include the case in the auction? It looks like they're selling for $100 either way. People are willing to pay a little extra for it, but that money is going into the shipping cost. So to me, I'm like, that's a huge pain. I don't want to pay more. I don't want to put more time into shipping it, finding a bigger box. But what am I going to do with this case? This case is going to go in the garbage can. So like the environmentalist in me is like, oh my gosh, I could save the environment a little bit and send this case to somebody, which they're probably going to throw it away, and then my conscience is eased a little bit. Or I could just throw it away myself. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should do. I did pick up one more item this week, which you probably saw in the picture, in the title picture of yesterday's live thrifting video. It's hard to tell just how big this thing is. This is a Power Rangers Play School, I think Play School Imagine Next play set, but it's like their Megazord. So if you're older like me, you may remember Voltron. It's actually very similar to that, but it came out in the 90s and it was live action as Power Rangers. And I've never bought one of these. I've seen a few of the other YouTubers out there buying them, and I was like, I'm just going to look it up. And it looked like it might be selling for like $35, and they wanted $10, so not the best. But I was like, well, I'm actually pretty good at shipping big items because I'm willing to ship it FedEx, and I think a lot of people aren't. But looking at it when I got home, some of the auctions that I saw, they may not have had them in the picture, but they actually are including the figures. And that was a key right there. If you have the figures, this is worth a lot more money. If you don't, then it might not be worth the $35 I was thinking. It may only be worth like 20 to 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to list it and see how much it goes for. I probably won't buy another one until this one sells, if I see one. And I'm just going to see how it goes, right? I'm going to test into this category. If I don't think I'm going to lose money on it. If I sell it for $10, I haven't really lost too much except on fees potentially. But like, I'm willing to take that risk to just test out this new item here, which honestly I've actually seen a good number of times. Let's see if I can put them down without dropping them. And like, if it's something that I can repeat and continuously buy, I definitely want to be able to do that. So I'm going to continue to look and see what I can do. So that was it. That was all I bought this last week. Total spent, it wasn't actually that much money. I ended up spending $54 total. And the total value that I think it's going to be this week is $311. So, right, like it's a 1 to 6 ratio. So not too bad, like 18%. 20% is usually about where I want to be. Of course, you want to be as low as possible, but what are you going to do? That's going to be it for this week. If you've enjoyed this content, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more content like this, please do subscribe to my channel. Once again, my name is Patrick. Thank you very much.